Anyway, so Boogie Snacks has this video called "My Top Manga Recommendations for Starting Anime Collectors."
Unless it's genuinely harmful, then yeah.
Yeah, like if it's something genuinely harmful, like I need like if they're saying like a group of people should be, you know, deleted or something, that's a problem. Like, but if you're saying,
Seem
oh,
like a lot of people have lost the ability to live, and let be to disagree to agree, and just see things.
yeah, because like if you come in and say, "Oh, I believe the One Piece pirates should be deleted off the face of the earth," I'm like, okay, they're not real. So like, what is your take on that? Why should they be X, Y, and Z? What is the reason, right? I rather hear that than you saying a real group of
Also,
people should be
patience is
deleted. That's not
non-existent.
cool. Also, patience is not. Yes, patience is not existent. This is why I'm a teacher. So like, that comes with the territory with patience. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of sad how that is, you know, because we in the West are not taught to, like, you know, hear another debate or hear another person like outlook on things. We just kind of like, oh no, they said something I don't like, buzzword, you're that thing, you'll never be more than that thing, you must be canceled forever and never get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like you can change or anything, no. Or you can enlighten me on why you're saying these things. Maybe there's something I don't know that you know. You know what I'm saying? No, no, it's these gotcha moments. That shit is stupid. I don't look for a gotcha moment. That's boring. Because if I ain't gotcha, now the conversation's dead. Now you gotta be worried every time I'm trying to put you in a gotcha trap. You walked on my trap card. You know what I'm saying? That shit's stupid.
This video is sponsored by Manscaped. It's like 100 degrees in LA right now, and Anime Expo is only days away. On Sunday, I will be hanging out at the Manga Lounge over at Anime Expo around 2 to 3 p.m. So if you guys want to drop by,
I'm not gonna lie, you look like you drink a lot of soy, but that's not the problem.
say hi, talk about manga, take a picture, just hang out.
I'm just being rude.
No
I'm just
Yu-Gi-Oh
being.
match,
I'm
there's
just.
no trap cards here, lol.
I'm just being rude. It is what it is. I'm just poking fun. It's not an attack on Boogie. I'm just making fun. I'm just making good fun.
It'd be wonderful to get to know you guys. I'll be over there. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about today's video. With the massive spike of readers and collectors throughout the course of 2021 and into 2022, there are so many new people coming on into the community and starting their manga collection for the first time. In this video, I've compiled a list for my top recommendations for beginner manga collectors. These should be readily available in a variety of genres and just things that I wish that I had found, series that I wish I had found when I first started collecting manga. Okay, with that being said, I gotta get back to getting ready for Anime Expo. Sorry the video was late. I hope you find some recommendations in today's video. Let's go ahead and kick the video off, and I'll see you over at Anime Expo.
Where to?
Home. These commercials.
And I want to ask you guys at home, if you've already been reading manga for a while, what was the series that got you into reading? What was the series that got you into collecting? I'm curious to know. Let me know.
I'm not into collecting, but there is an anime I want to read, and it's Gacha Kuda. I want to put time to reading that.
But rude Jace is funny. Jace, he can get quite manic with his rants.
Yeah, I can get quite manic. It's not even funny. It's pretty bad. But like, I like if to answer this question, I want to read Gacha Kuda. It looks a lot like Soul Eater to me. It looks like Fire Force. I really like the art style. I like that, like, grungy in your face type art style. I love how much personality each character looks like they have. And I hear that the power system is pretty cool, so I want to put in the time. I would even pay the $3 subscription just to read Gacha Kuda. That's it.
Honestly, the webtoon Unarinari.
Honestly, the webtoon Oninori. Okay.
Thick line art.
Thick line art? Gotcha. Thick line art. Let me see.
I want to read that too.
Gacha Kuda looks awesome. But like, I might give that one a chance. From Webtoons. So I have to check it out.
Down below in the comment section. For the first section of this video, we're going to be focusing on 3 easy series that are completed that you can immediately add to your manga collection. And number 1, we're going to start off with the series that, well, started this entire journey off for me. When was the last time you got in touch with your feelings? Do you like coffee? Do you like a dark, twisted story? Oh man, I'm sort of describing my Monday morning. this manga series surprisingly got a lot of people into manga. In fact, let's do a little experiment here. Down below in the comment section, if you're watching this video, let me know if Tokyo Ghoul was that gateway manga for you.
No.
It's more than you'd think. Now,
no.
Why was he yelling?
I don't know. He's trying to be funny. We live in a time where TikTok is like literally in the minds of young people, so their attention spans are like that of a dime, so they can't like focus, because if they focus too hard, they'll literally like shit a brick. So like, whole point of that is that he has to keep the fast pacedness, and I understand. I get it. I understand.
That's Gen Alpha, my guy.
Yeah, Gen Alpha's here.
Loud equals funny, apparently.
Oh yeah, loud equals funny, and a lot of flashing lights. It's pretty much Fortnite at this point. But like, this is why I like my videos, because these videos are not going to be edited. They're going to be raw and to the point.
Nope, but I remember Chibi Reviews talked a lot about it.
Yeah, so like, it's gonna be raw to the point. It's gonna be some that were 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, but it's more of a discussion type opening than, oh, look how fast paced this video is. Because then we'll get genuine people who actually like these videos than people who just, oh, it's fast. You know what I'm saying?
Tokyo Ghoul is dark.
This is why in TikTok they're trying to get you guys to make more longer content, because they realize that the advertisers have realized that what we have done to kids.
Me and my sis are very different, even though we're 4 years apart.
Oh, I understand. But like, what we have done to kids is this whole like fast food internet where everything is fast paced, right? And because of this, it has warped the minds of young people not to stay focused on one thing too long.
Preach, teach.
And because of this, they're forcing us on TikTok to make longer videos when they know the 30-second videos are probably easier to make, but because the advertisements can't make any money, because no one's going to wait more than 2 seconds to watch a minute video of their advertisement, they are telling us to make 10 minutes or more. That's why they reward you for more videos that are longer than videos that are short. That's why you guys probably have noticed the most recent video I posted.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast,
Insert
yeah.
chili dog here.
So like, I could go both ways. Hey, chill. I got you, but like, chill. I actually would like a chili dog. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking hungry. But like, the point is that that's why they reward you for putting videos that are more than a minute long, 10 minutes long,
face with
or
tears
so.
of joy, face with tears
So
of joy.
they'll more likely reward you in that sense. That's why if you notice the most recent videos I posted, it's a minute long. So that's why the most recent video I did of Alistair from Hasman Hotel that I did is a minute long.
Question.
Sure, what's your question, Eric?
In a sense where there's going to be a lot of dark themes throughout this story. This is not going to be your happy adventuring plot. That's definitely not what this one is.
Now the story follows our tragic hero Kaneki as he is trying to read his books and go on a date with the girl he likes.
I gotta go check later. Yeah, the one with the legs? Yeah.
However, in the back of a shady
You know what, we'll talk about that later. Let's get this video out of the way, because the more I make these videos too long, the more people won't want to stay and watch them.
alley down a shady
once the
street,
video's
his
over,
date
I'll get
reveals
to you.
herself as the notoriously wanted
15
ghoul
minutes.
in the area, and while trying to take Kaneki's life through a series of events, Kaneki just barely escapes away with his own. Now Kaneki is in the hospital, coffeeless, maidenless, and now has to deal with the fact that he is starting to really like the smell of human blood. How did Kaneki end up this way? Are ghouls really as bad as they seem? The mysterious coffee
actually,
shop and how to adjust to life, once human, now ghoul. The story of Tokyo Ghoul begins here.
Truly, I think this story is really good. Now, I might have a huge bias towards Tokyo Ghoul, but it did build up a name for itself for a reason. Got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. You might not think that this one would have made it into the video, but it's here for a reason. We're gonna be talking about Skullface bookseller Honda-san. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are other videos like this.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think most people who mention Tokyo Ghoul is people who are trying to get into anime. Okay, how I can explain this? I think when people use the term Tokyo Ghoul now, it's just like a weird shadow gateway into like anime to know what other animes are there. Because like I don't think most people even want, like, it's weird to me how in video games and movies and TV shows, things that would be depicted in like Tokyo Ghoul into Western society, people will lose their shit and complain on Twitter, right? But it was in an anime of Tokyo Ghoul by name and that's it. They'll accept it for what it is and not complain about it. Very odd to me.
This on the internet, and this one is pretty much never on the list, and there's a reason why. This series is not going to be for everyone. The main premise of this story is that we have a Honda-san right here who is the main character, who is a very shy, sort of tucked away bookseller that works at a manga store in Japan. So you can guess we're going to get a lot of interactions with a wide variety of customers that are looking for manga in all sorts of genres from all walks of life. You can kind of already see how this would be a phenomenal learning experience because they're sort of putting you as a fly on the wall in these wacky situations where you're going to get to learn a lot about the lingo of what people are talking about inside of manga and in bookstores. Also a lot about the back end things of the industry and just a plethora more.
I think that's a biased thing to say because this is coming from the perspective lens of a Japanese individual. So I'm pretty sure that would be kind of true, but in the Eastern Japanese sense, because this is what I'm saying, like things that are accepted in Japan is not all that accepted here in the West. So things that they may accept and talk about that we may not talk about openly and just okay with. You know what I'm saying? So like, because remember, Japan and China and all these Asian countries are very conservative, right? So they have very more conservative values than we do now in the West, than we used to have conservative values, but now that's more liberal than ever. So when someone says you'll look into the eyes of this, like how he said this, I don't think that's a bit biased to say because it's not going to be the same as if you're in the West, right? Unless it was taking place in the West, then I probably didn't hear that part, but I don't think so. I think this will be taken on the eyes of a Japanese individual who's writing it in a Japanese perspective because certain cultures tend to value or not take certain things so seriously as we do in other in art. Strange culture as well over here in the West. So yeah, I think that's a little bit biased thing to say. I know that's not really that important, but I would put that out there.
Really only a few volumes in this series. It's highly educational and very entertaining. And to be frank, you shouldn't have any problems finding all of the volumes within Skullface Bookseller Honda-san, at least in the United States and Canada. I can't really speak for the rest of the world. In fact, let me know if they're hard to find in your area if you're outside of the United States or Canada. This is going to be your slice of life romance comedy, but trust me, this—
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very strange to me how Canada did not outright ban anime at all, given how liberal they are. Like, given how extremely liberal Canada is, I'm surprised they have never outbanned anime. Very odd to me.
This series has been doing incredibly well and the numbers speak for themselves with already being—
Because I think in Australia they ban anime. If I remember, I think certain parts in Australia, I think they outright banned anime. You can't have anime, I don't think they sell anime in Australia.
Canada is liberal.
Yeah, Canada is extremely liberal. Very liberal. So I'm kind of surprised that they let anime into their gateways, just like Australia. I think Australia is just as liberal as Canada to a certain extent, but they managed to ban anime somehow. Or I think there was a bill being passed to get rid of anime.
Over 12 million copies out in circulation right now, and we're gonna get even more with the final volume, so I'm very interested to see the final numbers actually on Wotakoi. Now, Wotakoi totals in 6 volumes, so this would be a perfect quick summer read for you to get through, and I think that most of the volumes, if not all the volumes, should be fairly easy to find, whether you're in a local store or definitely online. The base premise of Wotakoi is what I really like. It's a group of friends that are young adults trying to hide the fact that they are, well, I mean, they're such high-level weebs, and them trying to hide the fact that they are in corporate life is absolutely hilarious and extremely relatable, especially for those of us that are working these 9-to-5 jobs right now.
That doesn't sound funny. That just kind of sounds like everyone. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who doesn't like anime? Like, I know there's people who doesn't really watch anime or don't like anime like that, but majority of most people kind of sides with anime anyway, because it's been around for most of their lives. You know what I'm saying? Anime's been around since what, the fucking late 60s, early 70s? Right? As a name, like anime itself. actually much longer than that, but I'm gonna just say anime as like being recognized as the term anime. So like, who doesn't? Who's gonna actually ridicule you for liking anime? Now, if you like anime, right?
There's
But
an anime for everyone.
yeah, like if you like an anime, right? But like okay, there's animes for everyone, like you said, but anime has been around since most of our lives. So to just outright say I don't like it because you either had a bad experience with one show or you haven't seen it, that's kind of stupid to do. Because there's so many of them of different genres, different stories. There's more anime books than there is Disney movies. There's more anime books and stories and movies than Disney movies. Like shit, One Piece has like what? Fucking Dragon Ball has like 30 movies. One Piece has like 20 movies, I believe, at this point. My Hero Academia has like 7 or like 5. So I'm saying like it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's weird.
Also, you get to scratch that manga collector's itch because the final volume does have its regular release, but it does have some variant covers, so happy collecting. Okay, next is one of my favorite parts of the video that I've been wanting to show you, but first we have to have a quick message from today's sponsor.
I am a fan of hygiene.
Manscaped hooked me up with their Performance 4.0 package. Okay, look, I get it. There are some times when you want to just dive in and sink your teeth into a really long series, that Netflix binge sort of style where you're staying up way too late. Maybe you're forgetting to drink water. The Uber Eats is on the way. What responsibilities? Now for the lengthy manga recommendation, come on back.
I'm sorry, the more relatable he tries to be, the more annoying he comes off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's not really his fault. I know he's trying to just keep the CPM going, but Jesus Christ, it's just kind of annoying. It's not his fault. It's not him. I don't think it's him. I think it's just the signs of the times of how the normal viewer of a YouTube viewer is, or a TikToker who watches YouTube videos. I understand. He should just make TikTok videos, but then again, he'd probably not be able to shoehorn enough information, so.
Back here, we're going to be talking about Dorohedoro. Dorohedoro is by far one of my favorite reads coming out of 2022, totaling in 23 volumes, and there's definitely a lot of material to dive into in terms of Dorohedoro. Is this the longest series ever? No, it's by far not, but I would say 23 volumes is a fair chunk of time to commit to. People typically won't start with Dorohedoro. This is very much a dark fantasy, dystopian, sci-fi elements with like steampunk vibes, but if you do decide to start with Dorohedoro, man, hats off to you. This is a great time to get into Dorohedoro because over the course of the pandemic, these were very hard to get your hands on. There was, I mean, not just Dorohedoro, there was a lot of manga, but just chronically out of stock. And right now it just seems to be a lot of inventory on the market right now for Dorohedoro. So now's a great time to get into it. And you could probably find all of the volumes relatively easier. No promises in that area, but relatively easier, at least a lot easier than 2021. Now I do have a full video coming out on Dorohedoro, but this series, man, phenomenal cast of characters. It's sort of that mystery thriller vibe that's gonna keep you on your toes the entire time with some genuinely interesting plot twists that definitely caught me off guard. It's a series that just really caught my attention, although I do have a thing for that dystopian sort of feel in manga, so I am a little biased in that regards, but honestly, it's really popular for a reason. I just bought a figure. I almost never buy figures, and I bought a figure from the Dorohedoro series, so it just goes to show how much I did enjoy this one, and I honestly think you guys will enjoy it too. So do yourself a favor, if you're okay with a little bit of nudity, a lot of bit of nudity, and you're okay with some high action, a lot of...
Who is scared of nudity? Is that really like a breaking point for most people? Like, honestly. Like, if someone told me there's nudity in some movie, like, who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Like, who gives a shit?
Children.
No. He's recommending this not to children. He's recommending this to a grown adult. That's what I'm saying. He's not recommending this to children.
Yeah, for some reason.
That is so weird. Actually, if it was children will go look because children like to touch taboo things anyway. So, like, Remember, the way he's speaking to us is to that of an adult or a young adult individuals, like someone in their 18s and up, or like 18, 20, 20, like even their 30, like late 30s, early 18s. Because he's not talking to someone who's like 17 and less. There's no way in fuck he's referring to this to
those
children.
long annons sound kind of relaxing. NGL, good for binge reading.
No, if you like it, that's great. Perfectly fine. That's for you, not for me. This probably is. I know about Dororo. I have heard of it. I heard good things about it. There's an anime adaptation right now. I don't know if the anime is as good as the book. I doubt it, but then again, I've heard good things about this story, so I would give it a try for those who are kind of like on the fence of the story, but go ahead, go give it a try on Netflix. I would suggest read the book first and then check the anime out. But if you don't care for reading, just go watch the anime. Maybe you might like it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So go check it out. But yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know who's just like, oh my god, nudity. That's a breaking point for you. Like, you're a grown ass person. Like, no one's saying you're doing any crime. You're reading a book and it just happens to have it. Like, ever read Killing a Mockingbird or something?
Says yeah, there are pervs
What the
out
fuck?
there.
It's just so weird.
Right?
Violence, a lot of gore, then this
And the
mature
book he's recommending is for adults. It's not for like, he's not even giving us degenerate shit.
I teach I'm still awake
Right.
4:30 in the morning.
Aw, I'm sorry about that. Aw. Hey, I always say if you read the Bible, it'll put you to sleep. I'm dead serious. Not even kidding. My mom used to say that. If you're bored, read the Bible.
series, because I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a mature series, is the
And
one.
she didn't mean that in like a disrespectful way to Christians or anything. She really was dead serious because when she reads the Bible, she tends to fall asleep pretty easily, even
Says
though
I've
she's reading
seen
it.
those types of anim books in stores, but they make even me cringe. Too much exposed stuff.
Really? That scares you? I don't know. I don't think that's a problem. Like, we're adults here. We should be comfortable with the idea that there's going to be a time you're going to be somewhere down the line, somewhat
Bible, I
in.
won't even touch it. My parents has one.
Well, you know, if you want to put if you want to hide money, put it in a Bible. No one will look. Anyway, so like, that's what my uncle did. He put like $50, $100, $200 in a Bible. He'll have it in there, and you wouldn't know because no one touches it.
For you. Now, we've gone over a longer series, but what about a shorter series? I understand.
Because like, when you think of it, like, as a grown adult, there's going to be a point in your life where you're going to somewhat be nude in front of someone else somewhere down the line, whether it's a significant other or in a locker room or something down the line, right? Whether it's in a hospital or something, right? That's going to happen. It's like almost inevitable that's going to happen. Well, depending on your situation.
I think
but
if
like,
you're gonna have spice, you gotta have purpose.
yeah, but like, I'm pretty sure when he said nude, I don't think he's referring to like prawn type stuff. I think he's just saying there will be nudity because this is for adults, so you should be like uncomfortable with the idea being like if you watch an HBO show, right, and a lady's like taking a shower or something in an HBO show, nothing's gonna bad happen. She's just taking a shower, and you just kind of see her nude. Kind of normal. She's not doing anything crazy. She just happened to be taking a shower coming out of whatever show you're watching.
The crystal
You know what I'm saying?
star you show me how to draw. I found something in my app I can use. I went down on all the brushes and suddenly I saw forms.
Good. See? I told you. They work. It's all about them forms.
Understand that a lot of us just sometimes don't have the time to commit to something to really sink our teeth into, and we want something short and done. If that's the case, I'm going to introduce you to an author called Inyo Asano to check out Solanin. Solanin is one of those really important reads in a manga collector's journey. It's one of those self-discovery journeys, so to say, when we have our main character that sort of just
Yeah, this one, Solanin sounds like something for Ari. This sounds like an Ari book. If I were to recommend, I think that Ari would enjoy this. Ari seems like the type of person who looks for those self-discovery type books, and he just said this is one of them. Hey, Laggy, thank you for that for the star. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bro, just to let you know, the stuff you send me has sound effects. You might not be able to hear it. So it's over here on YouTube. You'll be able to hear it. I just don't have a speaker here because we're doing YouTube, and the topics we're talking about is not so TikTok friendly. So if you want to be part of the conversation and want to come over here,
Maybe
same thing.
thinking face,
If
I'd
you guys
have
want to
to
come over
look
here
into
and
it.
give your opinions and stuff, I have no problem if you if you have different oh my god, difference of opinion at all what we're talking about. We're just talking about anime. We're trying to keep it just in that anime form. That's it. We try to keep it quite relative. So if you want to come over here, you can. If you don't know how to find us, link in bio. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, and all that stuff. So you can go and follow all of that if you like, or if you want to be part of the conversation, just go on YouTube and Twitch and all that great stuff. This is also a message to y'all who's going to rewatch this YouTube video with the thumbnail. So yeah, if you want to be part of the conversation, come to YouTube, come to the Twitch, or at least subscribe. So when I'm on and doing these, you guys will be notified. Hit that bell, please, because I kind of noticed why no one knows I'm on TikTok, because no one clicks the stupid bell in the corner. Click the bell. Please click the bell. It lets you guys know when I'm on. It lets you guys know when I'm going to stream and stuff. Please, for the love of Christ. Thank you for the star. Aw. I could
like
hear
those anime books
I getting
where
nothing
they're
but
sort of
stars.
adventuring or are like a warrior or those types of characters.
Ah, okay. I see. I hear nothing but the stars. Thank you for the stars.
Please kick the gosh dang bell.
Yes, please hit the bell.
Feels stagnant, unfulfilled,
let's go back
tired
on that.
series. I understand that a lot of us just sometimes don't have the time to
Thank you.
commit to something to really sink our teeth into when we want something short and done. If that's the case, I'm going to introduce you to an author called Inyo Asano to check out Solanin. Solanin is one of those really important reads in a manga collector's journey. It's one of those self-discovery journeys, so to say, when we have our main character that sort of just feels stagnant, unfulfilled, tired, unmotivated at her corporate job and wants something new. Feels a little too real, doesn't it? This series is good on so many different levels. Now, it's a short read, so we're not going to spoil too much of it here, but this will probably be your first introduction into Inyo Asano, and I believe this is a great place to start with his catalog. Now, we've talked about ongoing series that would be easy to collect for a manga collection. We've also talked about a short series and a long series, but what about ongoing series that you can collect? Because that's one part of being a collector and being a manga reader that's really fun to do, is not only keeping current with a series, but collecting the volumes as they come out and the hype that comes along with that. The first one really quickly has to go to One Punch Man. Now, you may have already heard of One Punch Man, which goes to show you just how big this franchise is. It's just oddly so entertaining that I actually was reading this digitally and it was so good. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna...
Cat. Welcome to the stream. Love to have you. Thank you. Oh, I know you changed your name and everything. I just noticed. It's just Star. I see you, Star. Cute PFP. I see you. I just
Says
realized.
okay, I think Teach might just convince me to look into this book.
Yes, you should give
Hi,
it a
Kitty
try.
Cat, welcome to the stream.
No, it's just Star, but yeah, she changed her name. I just realized it's Star. She's adorable with our backwards hat cap.
Commit to collect this because I want this in my collection to own and read physically. Now, like the title suggests, our main character is so strong and so overpowered that he can blow away his enemies with, well, one punch. Of course, it's not that simple, as we'll see as time progresses throughout the story, but it just goes to show you how strong our main character is. And honestly, if you're looking for an action-packed, high-octane, just extremely entertaining series to dive into this summer to maybe add to your collection, look no further than One Punch Man. Next, I haven't talked about this one in a long time, but it's Vinland Saga. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love this series. In fact, I'm probably going to start my reread of Vinland Saga shortly. Vikings, boats, revenge, battles, political espionage, it's all here in Vinland Saga. If I'm being honest for a second, this was one of the first series that I actually spent a lot of money on. I read the first volume and then immediately bought.
Just switch back to my OG stuff.
I understand. Sometimes when you start realizing you made a mistake, you just gotta fix it, you know?
Meow, now you see my face too in PFPWEL. This is my YT channel. You got me blushing and giggle by your compliment. Smiling face, grinning face with smiling eyes.
Aw, no problem, hon. No problem, hon. I like the backwards cap. It's really cute. Really, really adorable. But yeah, I kind of like, okay. You know what's the thing about Vinland Saga? It makes me think it was real. It makes me think this is like real like lore that happened somewhere. That's how good Vinland Saga makes me feel when I watch it. When I watch the anime, I thought this was like this actually happened down the line. This is some type of history lesson. I thought that was Vinland Saga was to a certain extent. I thought it was gonna be like at first. I thought it was gonna be like a fantasy based type thing, like Berserk, like 70, 80, 90% real, 10% like magic and stuff. But apparently it wasn't. It was straight up real. So it made me think, was this like a realistic thing that happened? I'm like, nah.
It feels that way sometime.
Like I really like okay, so what really enforced this idea was the second season when they did that whole when the king totally like when the king's balls totally like dropped and he just totally just became this tyrant because at first when the first season at the far end he was like this coward and he was just scared of everything, right? And then when he just literally like woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm not gonna be a little pansy anymore, right? And then he became this king, this tyrant. He was just killing people and just doing his thing and being this force to be reckoned with. I was like, is this person real at one point? I feel like this is like one of those King Henry the First and Third type peoples, like something like that. Because they did mention like England and Europe and stuff. So this was not like a made up place to a certain extent. It was like it was set in real life. So it made me think, was this like somewhat real? Like, was this like true events in somewhat ways that happened? Maybe, but not
Knut.
exactly. Yeah, Knut. I can never. He had the most funniest name. I think it was Canute, right? Was it with an E? Canute. He had the most funniest sounding name. Because I kept forgetting his name because they would refer to him as sire. So like I would forget his real name. But whenever I heard it, I would laugh because it was just a funny sounding name. I never took it seriously.
A lot of, if not all of them that were out at the time and just had a proper binge read. It's really good. The English release comes in these hardcovers. Some people like them, some people don't. You'll have to make that decision for yourself. I personally like them. It might be one of the first hardcovers in your collection, but this series is packed with historical references, really well thought out battles, the character development in Vinland Saga. I'm sure you've heard it talked about before, and if not, you're hearing it with me here today. It's just so well done. It really does make this series something special, and there's a reason why a lot of people talk about how good the character development is in Vinland Saga because, well, it's really good. Now, I do want to harp on.
I noticed that the most seinen type anime, like the most dark anime, is usually very realistic looking. Have you noticed that? From Guts to Vinland Saga, and then the what was it, Vagabond. Have you noticed that the most dark anime that is very like taken extremely seriously has the most high, well strung, like realistic looking art ever? Like could be in a master, like in a museum type stuff. Have you noticed that?
Says, yeah, they're a little bit too realistic.
Yeah, it's wild to me.
Pun pun.
And good night, Pun Pun.
The characters from Vinland Saga for 1 second, from enemies to allies, they are just so well depicted and very memorable. Some of my favorite characters in any manga are actually coming out of the Vinland Saga series. Okay, so now we've made it here to the end of the video, and this is where I'm going to put the nostalgia section. This can be a great place to start if you're looking to feel old. This could be a great start for any manga collector's collection. Let's think about it for a second, because you enjoyed the anime when you were a kid. You're already familiar with the anime, and chances are you probably haven't read the manga, or maybe you read the manga such a long time ago, it would just be an enjoyable read to revisit. And there's a reason why nostalgia sells, especially the older that we get.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it as becoming a seinen. I don't think it's a shonen. I don't think it's on the shonen manga, right? It's not, is it? Or is it not? Because usually seinen are not really shonen.
The new PFP is gonna stick though.
Okay, I got you. I got you, bro. gotta keep that PFP intact with the name, you know, because that one makes it easy for me to remember everyone. Because I usually go by either their PFP or their name, or both, depending.
This section is just food for thought because my nostalgic manga probably isn't going to be your nostalgic manga. However, I will give you 3 super quick nostalgia manga for myself to maybe get.
Seinen is usually referred to as dark endings, right? Like it's a dark anime that can end up bad. It never really ends up good. Or thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Let me see. Yeah, the change. It wasn't out. Oh, bro. Well, I'll give you a plus soldier, my dude. I always loved your name. Your name's really is badass. I'm actually surprised that fucking TikTok allows you to have that name. That's wild.
You going in that direction. But with that being said, let's kick it off with the first one here. And for me, Yu Yu Hakusho. This is such a good series with arguably one of my favorite tournament arcs in all of anime or manga. This has such sentimental value.
You can't mention Yu Yu Hakusho with yeah, thank you, I do. Oh, that's a cool one. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one. I gotta put a thing for that one for a disco. Hello, V? Is it V? I think it's V. Hello, V. I hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. If you want to be part of the conversation, we're here on YouTube. If you want to be a part of the YouTube video, come over here on YouTube. Click on the link in bio, and you can say hi to everyone else that's over here having conversations, and we're talking about anime.
Changing my cod name to Assault.
Yeah, you should do that. But it may be. Well, if you're playing on PC, you probably can have the name. If you're playing on console, probably not, because someone probably taken it.
Value. I mean, the setting and the main characters and this just general plot and just the art style of one of those older shonen series, I just have such a soft spot for. I want you to imagine just the younger version of myself sitting on a Borders. That's a throwback store for you guys. If you know, you know. Sitting on the floor at Borders, reading either Shaman King or Yu Yu Hakusho or maybe Naruto for that matter.
I'm glad I said your name right. I don't like saying names wrong, so I'm glad I said your name right. But V, if you want to come over here and say hi to everyone on YouTube and Twitch, well, I'm multi-streaming as we speak. I am drawing Jax from what do you call it? Amazing Digital Circus. So I'm working on it because it's trending on Twitter. So I'm trying to make this look as stylized as possible. So if you want to come over here and say hi to everyone, we're having conversations, doing a reaction video on anime, anything anime related, entertainment stuff, comic books and stuff. We're doing a reaction video, so if you want your voice to be seen or heard, you can come over here.
I asked someone on Discord how to draw the kitty tail.
What you showed me about the eyes.
I did a new drawing while being tired and struggled with the blue tips of the hair. I sent you. It did some about what showing me in your eyes. All right, I'll look at it in a second after this video's over. It's at the far end. I asked someone on Discord how to draw the kitty tail. Okay.
Dragon Ball Z. Let me know down below in the comment section if you grew up watching a Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Personally, I just picked up both box sets for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and as a collector, I'm gonna recommend you guys try to find them for a good price. However, Dragon Ball being the massive franchise that it is, there are various ways to read it. Last but not least is Initial D. I just actually had someone from the community send me a bunch of pristine copies from Initial D, which just adds even more sentimental value to this series. So I do know that eventually I will collect all of this phenomenal classic racing series in my collection at one point or another, but I'm slowly doing it because it is very expensive. Now, before I let you guys go, I would like to invite you to our Discord community. Discord community has been rapidly growing and has become home to a lot of new people. You can join the Discord by going to discord.gg/boogiesnack. So of course, links for all of that will be down below in the description box. I am also streaming on Twitch a lot these days. So if you'd like to come hang out, I'd love to get a chance to meet you. Of course, links will always be down below, or you can go to twitch.tv/boogiesnackstv. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap stuff up here. I hope you got some recommendations, and once again, welcome to the world of manga collecting and manga reading. If you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and mash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're watching at home, and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more videos, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. We'd love to have you in the community. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video, and thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.
All right, so that was Boogie's next take on top mangas to read for beginners, or for people who are starting manga collecting. So if anyone is interested, I think
my comment wasn't read it up.
let me see.
What he meant to say is follow
Actually, it
Artextric on
was.
Twitch,
It just
TikTok,
got
and YouTube.
overlapped. It actually did. It got overlapped. What he meant to say is follow Artextric. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Bri. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But also follow Boogie and all the others that I'm reacting to. Is I say their name so that at least you get to hear their name. I even put the link at the bottom of every video I watch, linking back to the person, and put their name in the description. So if you're curious of this person, if you're curious of their work, if you're curious of how they do stuff, or do you like how they presented a video that we reacted to, I always put their credentials in the description. You can see it right there if you click at the bottom.
Wow,
and
it
so
took
all that great
long
stuff.
before it read my comment. 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sometimes there's a lot of people talking at once, so it has to prioritize. But yeah. So with that said, that's Boogie Snacks. Thank you, Boogie Snacks, for that. That was an amazing video. You made this a year ago or so, but this was awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.